Hello, this is Kristen Brindley with DC Metro Real Producers. Welcome to our podcast. Hello, Real Producers. This is your publisher, Kristen Brindley. I'm here with the wonderful Dan. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm so happy to be here. Thanks a lot for the invite.
Absolutely. He's a very valued partner, and he has been in the inspection industry for 15 years, and he's one of DC Metro's best kept secrets. And Dan is a serial entrepreneur. Dan, can you tell us a little bit about that? What does that mean, and what is it that you sell? What are your businesses?
Well, I think a serial entrepreneur is someone who actually sees an opportunity to provide value in another industry, or maybe in the same industry but to a different niche. So to answer your question is, I've done everything from build outs, clean outs, flips, and then kind of narrowed it all the way down to our best focus, which is we own a home inspection company, which we're proud to be part of the Real Producers with top to bottom services. And then I also own Green Home Solutions, which is a mold and odor company. And then I also own Real Estate Sign Tracker, which is a sign placement company. And then we've also softwared that solution and packaged it basically in a license and sell that throughout the United States, now in Canada and Newfoundland, selling our licenses around there. And I'm also a paid business coach for the mastermind inspector community.
Wow, Dan.
Yeah. And I'm a little tired, but it is what it is, you know. So it's like you said, it's an entrepreneur, mindset.
Absolutely. You're slightly busy, right?
Yes, just a little bit, just a tad bit.
How many inspectors do you have?
We have 10 inspectors at the moment, and some in training. They all range in the levels that they're allowed to do. Some are 203K certified. Some are specialties in new home builds, like Bob Enders, who was a builder for about 35 years before he blessed us by coming on board. So we have the whole spectrum.
That's fantastic. So if you were to really explain, how did you get started in business? Did you always think that you'd be an inspector?
No, I never really thought I'd be a home inspector, to be honest with you. I don't know if you had an opportunity to watch our little teaser there, but my background is actually in operations. That's why it made it a little bit easier for me to implement systems and processes throughout the companies to get more consistent. And that background came from the fact that I was actually a vice president and director of operations for a company called Fiserv. A lot of people think I say Pfizer, the drug company. It's not. It's Fiserv. Yeah. Okay, Fiserv, which is a clearing firm, and our competition and those and our people we serve were like Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter, TD Waterhouse, T. Rowe Price, all those kind of guys. So, and I kind of stumbled into this because at the time the industry was going one way, and that way was going towards Philadelphia. And I didn't want to move to Philadelphia to run their data center to challenge the Charles Schwabs of the world. And so I ended up stumbling upon a entrepreneur magazine and started thumbing through it. And I saw up and coming this was early 2000, about 2003, 2004, up and coming opportunities, and it was home inspections. So I said, I could probably do that. So I went ahead and applied for the school, took the class, hung up all my suits and ties, and got a polo shirt and started knocking on doors saying, "Hi, my name is," and history's here.
Wow. Can you tell us a little bit about the process of going from a one-man shop to, I think you said you have now 28 total employees?
Employees across the whole thing. Yeah. The process is one of looking for opportunities, looking for solutions, looking for niches, if you will, within the industry, and find out how you can better sell in that market space. Maybe it's providing the solution in a better way, or maybe providing a better support system through unique selling points, which makes us a little bit different than other inspection companies or other mold companies or other sign companies. So it's really asking great questions, taking on amazing feedback and not taking it personally, and to say, wow, that was really great. Let me see if I can either massage that to come up with a better one, or just lay that off to the side and just think, okay, that's not the solution I need to do, and maybe it's opportunity now to go down another avenue.
So can you tell us a little bit about like how you really got started, and then what were your first ways where you get clients, and how do you best get clients now? And
well, I'd have to say, getting best clients right now might be found right here in this magazine, honestly. So I've had some really good. Matter of fact, got a great shot of Elaine there. She's fantastic. What we ended up doing was partnering up. We believe that working with top tier realtors and the people that support them, great lenders, great title companies, yourself, when you get that power, that synergy, you can grow exponentially. So, but we still have our grassroots where we're doing the Facebook. We're really big on the Facebook. I know you guys are as well. And then also just reaching out and touching to local communities. We've actually gotten a lot of work from people that are currently living in their house and not even going through a transaction and have a question about someone that came and serviced their house. Maybe they put a new roof on there and they think they're being taken. We've actually been hired as expert witnesses to go to court and defend against people like that, which I find a lot of value in, and I get empowered by that. So I'm excited about that. So it's you got to help the one-off realtors, and then you also want to go towards those big teams.
Wow. If you were to say, like, what is like a secret weapon? Like, how have you taken yourself from one business, 4 businesses? What would you attribute a lot of your success to? Well,
Mindset, for one, the ability to continue to learn, but also I've been a firm believer of you always hire the person and train for the skill. I can get a great person and then train them to be an amazing inspector, amazing client coordinator, amazing marketing person, office staff, whatever that possibly be, but I can't go the other way. I can't take someone who is really not a nice person and make them a nice person. So, and we all know this is about a relationship. And I see that's where the industry is going, where more teams are saying, let's come together. Let's circle the wagons around people with similar values, and let's just provide a packaged solution. So hire the people, train for the skill.
That sounds fantastic to me. Yeah. What is one?
A lot of great questions, aren't there?
There are a lot of great questions.
Too much in a short period of time.
It is. Well, yeah. and you have, and I noticed something else online. How many reviews do you guys have?
We are, I think at last count, and I do pay attention, I think that we're hovering right around 3,275 stars, all the way from, I think we're right around 450 on Google. We're about 2,000 on Listen 360. We have about 200 on Sotellus, and then, of course, the Facebook ones, and I didn't even know that MapQuest actually does that. We have 30 reviews on that. How's that happen? But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing, and just simply getting that feedback. I mean, we've been A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau for 15 years. And that we get reviews on that. It's crazy. Who uses that nowadays? I don't even know, but apparently somebody does.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Yep. That show's doing great work.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
What is one inside tip you can give realtors to help when using your business?
We would really encourage them to contact us and tell us a little bit about the buyer. We want to make sure that we team the great inspector with that awesome personality with them and their client. So, for example, you might have a buyer that has a nervous buyer. Well, maybe they want to work with somebody like Jim Parlato, who Jim and I have worked together for many years. He actually worked for me when I was at Fiserv, and he's got the gray hair, and people like him, and he's calming presence. Then you might have somebody who is an engineer, and they really want to know not only what time it is, but how the watch is made, and they might be teamed up with someone like Matthew who can govern that whole thing. So we would really encourage them to just give us a little bit about maybe that buyer's going through a sad time. Maybe it's they're downsizing because of a tragic situation. And we want to make sure that we get on that level with that buyer. So when we're maybe telling them about what we found at the house, maybe it's time to sit down and talk about it rather than standing up and posturing yourself differently at a different particular buyer. There's a lot of thought that goes into providing not a great home inspection, but more of an experience.
That makes total sense. What is one piece of advice that has served you well in working with realtors?
I think that the one thing that I really think, and this goes across the board, is staying in your lane, knowing what you're there for, knowing that you've been blessed to get their customer, and you're just playing a role in that, and know what your role is, and don't step outside that lane. Just keep it in between the bumpers, and relationships will blossom from that.
So we promised to talk about KISS during the. So let's pull that up. So,
yeah.
So let's see. So we have some Lego situation.
We got the Legos
here.
over here.
We got
Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley, and all that great stuff. So. Yeah, go Detroit Rock City. I mean, a lot of people don't. There's so much that people don't know about me, and one of them is my KISS. I like them. They're on the final tour. You should go. I actually was living vicariously through my brothers at that stage, and it just stuck with me. I'm the youngest of 4 boys, and they all had their things, and my brothers were all cool, and they liked KISS, and I just jumped on that bandwagon, and I've been sticking with it ever since. And now employees know that I like them, and then every once in a while I'll just get stickers or these Pez dispensers from employees or whatever, and it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. You've heard it from DC Metro Real Producers.